Well, both Rob and I are going to go see Predator Badlands tonight. I'm sure some of you are going to go see it tomorrow. Maybe a lot of you are going to go see it on Friday. I'm excited for this film. I've expressed that 1,000 times. Can't wait to see it. But there's good news and bad news. If you guys remember, yesterday on the show, we went through some of the early reviews for Predator Badlands, and it was like at 86%. Normally, after the first reviews come out, it'll drop by a couple of percentage points. Not Predator Badlands. Take a look at this. It's gone up a number of percentage points. It's now sitting at 90%, which is fantastic. I can't wait to see this thing. The bad news, however, is that remember we talked last week about how the long-range projection opening weekend forecast was a surprising $35 to $45 million, which would be a best for the franchise, but is lower than what we were hoping to hear. Well, the news has gotten worse, because while they're now saying it could have a $60 million global opening, they're saying it's probably going to be about $25 million opening weekend.
That's unbelievable.
Here's what it says over at Deadline. At a time when the fall box office has hit the skids, because we just talked about how October was the worst in decades, Hollywood turns its weary eyes to a fanged, fleshy-headed alien to hopefully bail it out, as 20th Century Studios' Predator Badlands is eyeing, on the low end, a $60 million global box office start. Stateside, advanced ticket sales are around that of Ballerina and The Accountant 2, both $24.5 million US openings. But behind Tron Ares, which had a $33.2 million US opening. Arguably, there's better heat out there right now for Predator Badlands than there was for Tron Ares. US Canadian theaters will number about 3,700 screens, including all IMAX, premium large formats, and premium formats. Again, this comes to us from Deadline. Rob, we were lamenting 35 to 45 million. I mean, we're looking on the bright side. Well, that would be the biggest for a Predator franchise, but now they're saying 25 million opening weekend. And this to me is dumbfounding because number one, the movie looks great. I would understand it if the narrative around this movie has been that it looks bad. I would understand if the narrative been, oh, the first reactions were negative. I would understand the narrative if, oh, now the Rotten Tomatoes scores are come out and they're bad. But trailers have been banger. First reactions were glowing, and now this thing is sitting at 90%. And it's hard for me to believe that this thing, it's possible, Rob, that this thing could open lower than Tron Ares. Now, granted, I haven't seen the film yet. I'm seeing it later. But everything we're hearing is that this thing's really damn good. And it looks really damn good. And this is the type of thing that I think a lot more people would be motivated to go out to see. Granted, it is a franchise that had been run into the ground over many, many, many years. But just in the last couple of years, we've seen the revival of that whole universe. From Alien Romulus, from Prey to Killer of Killers. You know, it's just looks a lot better. And man, I gotta believe it's going to open to more than 25 million. And the reviews keep going up. Anyway, Rob, you're seeing this report coming out of Deadline. Do you think they're right? Do you think it's going to be like 25 million? Do you think it'll exceed it? And if it is 25 million, considering great reviews, great marketing, what do you attribute it to if it does only open to 25 million?
Oh, this is a tough one. First of all, I think that the revival of the Predator franchise, and I'm going to talk about this tonight on my own show, is a perfect example of how an IP, a legacy IP, should be managed. You have a studio president in Steve Asbell who sees a talent like Dan Trachtenberg and allows him, first of all, they went through some hoops to get Prey made. Killer of Killers gets made, an animated film. That was a leap. And now Predator Badlands. This is one auteurist director taking over and allowed to run with an IP. I mean, imagine if Star Wars had a visionary like a Dan Trachtenberg, a writer-director behind something like this. And Trachtenberg directed the pilot for The Boys. You know, he's a force in genre material right now. So they've got the studios doing exactly Alien Romulus, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. The Hellraiser revival on Hulu, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. They're killing it. They've done everything right from this side. The question is, with this kind of movie, will audiences show up? And I have a theory. Here's my theory. I think what this is going to capture, maybe, and I have no indication about this, but this movie, in terms of reimagining what the Predator franchise could be, it's about a Predator. Elle Fanning's in it. You know what this movie has a lot that has going for it that a lot of movies of its ilk that Tron Ares really didn't have? The anime crowd. This movie has more of an anime in terms of the adventuresome, the creature, the collaboration, that Elle Fanning plays a robot. I think once word of mouth gets out on this, because the word of mouth on this is spectacular. You know, even the naysayers, which seems to me a lot of them are just contrarian to be contrarian. It's like, come on, man, this movie's exactly what it's supposed to be. Both male and female audiences are embracing this movie. And I think we'll know. Look, we'll know.
At least the few that are seeing it.
Well, the people that, the few that are, that's true. But, and that's true because we live in a bubble and I can no longer trust my own instincts. But I'm going to choose to believe that the ratings are going up. Once people see this movie, word of mouth is going to carry it to success because word of mouth killed Tron Ares.
Yeah, it did.
It killed Tron Ares.
Not that I thought there was ever a lot of interest in the Tron franchise as a whole.
Right.
However, what would kill this is if the studio puts this on streaming in 2 or 3 weeks. Then word of mouth doesn't matter because
that's true.
It.
But I think we'll know. It'll be the numbers. The preview audiences will see it tomorrow. They'll tell their friends on Friday, and we'll know on Saturday night or whatever if the box office is gonna explode on this. Maybe not explode, but 25 million. I mean, give me a break. Prey and Killer of Killers alone show that the audiences should be more interested than a $25 million box office. I mean, you're getting something that's been well thought of, that's been conceived by people that really love this franchise, both at the studio level and at the filmmaking level, and they're giving us something we haven't seen before. They're really reinventing the franchise in a unique way that does what I like to do, is go back to the Dark Horse comics and see how they dealt with the Predator franchise and give us something new that still is unmistakably a kick-ass Predator movie. So I'm hoping that that's what we get. And I'll tell you, I'll come in, I'll roll in here tomorrow and be honest.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I mean, my expectations are high.
Yeah, mine too. So guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Despite the fact that the critic ratings on this thing keep getting higher and higher, the box office projections for its opening weekend have been dropping lower and lower. How big do you think it'll open? I gotta believe it's going to be bigger than 25 million. But whatever you guys think about this, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.